Hello everyone, welcome to the Single Seed Challenge 2021 update. This is I think week 7 and my two younger boys are feeling like couch potatoes today, so they're not going to join me in today's video. But I just wanted to show you how things were growing. So my name is Carrie, I'm at Wild Woodland Lavender Farm in Northeast Oregon, and I'll just show you the seeds and the seedlings and how they're doing. This is Gideon's broccoli, and it is growing nicely now that it's in the ground. So we even got a carpet of seedlings coming up, and not sure what kind they are, but it's very likely chard or something like arugula, because this is in an area where they had some plants. The previous owners had planted some plants like that, and they let them go to seed, and so I imagine this is just where a bunch of those seedlings are popping up. So we're going to leave them in here and just kind of see what kind of plants they turn out to be. If they turn out to be a weed, well, then we'll just pull them out. But over here is Henry's pea, and it has grown a lot. I think last week it was just about up to here, so it's added another couple inches. And it also has a bunch of seedlings coming up underneath. So I'm just going to water these real quick. It's going to be a hot day today, reaching up into the 80s today. So I'm going to water these, and then I'll go show you the other seedlings. Oh, somebody decided to join us after all. Do you want to water them? All right. See how tall Henry's pea is getting?
Yeah.
And your plant is getting pretty big too, huh?
Growing more leaves.
Mm-hmm. And those first leaves are a lot bigger.
What about the wraparound?
The rest of what? His seeds? Yeah, it's got the tendrils there. But it's grown about that much since last week. Pretty cool, huh? It might actually start blooming here soon. Probably in a couple more weeks it'll start blooming. All right, I was just gonna take them into the greenhouse and show them the other seeds. You gonna come?
I think we're running low.
Yeah, I've got some planted. It's already sprouted.
I bought myself some different what's the word I'm looking for? Salad dressing.
Oh, okay.
As well.
All right, Gideon, let's show them these seeds. What are you looking for? Yeah, that's a smaller can. All right, so here is my pepper. It's grown quite a bit. It's working on another set of leaves there, huh? And then there's the honeylope. Starting to look kind of a sad color. Probably should plant it outside soon, and I think it's going to be warm enough now. And still no watermelon, so we're going to have Elijah pick a different seed, I think. All right, thank you, kiddo, for doing the single seed challenge update with me. Y'all done now?
That pencil broke.
Oh dear, what are you doing? Riding in the wood. Yes.
Tic-tac-toe.
Uh-oh, I think you just won because I wasn't paying attention.
I'm going.
You're not going to win?
No. I went there, but I'm just going to fix the egg.
Oh, I see. And you win. Nothing like a little greenhouse tic-tac-toe. Oh! I think you stepped on his toes. Hey, Pugsy. You're okay. It's already 100 degrees inside the greenhouse. It's supposed to get up to 80 outside, so it's not even 80 outside and it's this hot in the greenhouse already. those are some new things. I had recorded a video and I didn't get it off of the SD drive onto my computer before I formatted the card, so that video didn't get made. But in that video I was showing planting stems in order to be able to root them just from a cutting. And Ladybird Loves had mentioned wanting to know how or what I did with the cuttings in order to stimulate growth. So I had done a video on that along with repotting some of the other plants that I had. But I'll just kind of show you what I did and what my new cuttings here are that I put into soil in that video. So I'll just show you here real quick. In these pots here I had planted a seed for a soapberry. Now soapberry is a berry that goes on the trees mainly in India, the higher altitudes there in India and Asia. The soapberries have a soapy quality to them, saponification, whatever. And a lot of people use them in laundry. And I've done it too, and I think it does a really good job. And I thought, well, I might try to grow my own. And so I had bought those seeds and tried planting them, and I've tried like 2 or 3 times. And I'm just not successful in them. I think I need to cold stratify them and scrape them up. I don't know. I've tried different things and it didn't work. And so I got online to try to find some tips for growing from the seeds. And while looking for those tips, I came across a statement from somebody, well, if you live in the US, then these might not grow well for you, but you might try Western soapberry instead. And so I'm like, I think I just might. And I actually found some cuttings. I think they had a link to where I could buy some cuttings. And I don't know if it's Wawa's Nursery or some other place. Not sure on that. But I got some cuttings for Western soapberries, which hopefully, if this works, it'll be a lot easier to grow the soapberries from a cutting versus the seeds. So this is what I got, and I've got them now in soil, and hopefully they'll start growing here soon. So I'll just show you them real quick and talk about what I did with the roots, or with the cuttings, to get them to root. First of all, down here I showed these thimbleberry cuttings in my last video of the new plants that I'd gotten for the new level of rainforest. And these are thimbleberry cuttings that I bought off of Etsy. And what I did with them is I just dipped the bottom inch or so into this root boost. And it's a rooting powder. And you just dip it in to the powder, and then you make a hole in the dirt, and then you put the stick down in and push the dirt around it. And so this one right here already had this leaf bud on it, but it has actually grown, and I don't know if it's just still gaining energy from the cutting or if it's drawing up liquid, water from the soil. But this one also has the leaflet coming. So we'll see how well these do. This one right here, Sidon got a hold of before I could stop him, and he was chewing away on it. Hopefully it survives. So that's what I did with these cuttings, and hopefully they'll start rooting here soon. Then these are the soapberries. And in the last video I actually took you through the process of dipping them in the powder and planting them in, and then I lost the footage. But I'm a little leery because these are like older limbs, they're kind of gnarled, and it seems to me that you would want to take new growth to dip in to start rooting. So I'm not sure how these are gonna do, how well these will do. Obviously, they came with the leaves on them, and the leaves are gonna die, that's fine. It's the life within this branches, this cuttings, that will keep it going. These leaves seem to be doing all right. So anyway, I'm hoping that these will survive. We'll see how it turns out. Then I'll be able to have some soapberry trees on in my food forest. Another way to be self-sufficient is to grow your own laundry detergent. This right here I showed last week as well, and it's a plant that I bought quite some time ago from Etsy from a nursery up in Spokane, which is north of me about 2.5 hours or so. And this is an Arbequina, oh, that's not going to say it on it. That's a pot for, I reused this pot saying it's from Home Depot. I'm like, this is not from Home Depot. Anyway, it's an olive tree, Arbequina olive. And I've had this inside for quite some time, and it's been growing, branching out nicely, but it was in a really teeny tiny pot, and it was, I think it was a pot even smaller than that one. And so it was high time to pot it up and get this growing nice and good. Maybe this fall I'll be able to plant it outside, but I think I might wait till next spring even. It's supposed to be hardy to my zone, but I'm just a little bit leery. I don't know of a whole lot of people growing olive trees in this area, so I don't know how it's going to do here. Okay, I also have my mulberry tree and then the two hardy, Russian hardy pomegranates planted up in pots. And then over here I've started up potting some of my tomatoes. So these are Brad's Atomic Grape tomatoes. And then over here are German pink. And over here I have a Russian purple potted up. So I have more tomatoes that I need to pot up. I just ran out of time the day that I was doing it, so we'll get to more of those later. But I have, I'm trying just to do the larger tomatoes, excuse me, and get those potted up. Can see their leaves are starting to change a little bit. They need to be transplanted up. Also in that last video, I don't think I talked about these. I mean, I think I talked about these, but they didn't get put in the video, obviously. It got deleted. But in here I planted some loofah gourds. These are the Thai extra long sponge gourds, and they're from Baker Creek. And I've grown sponge gourds before, the loofahs, and I've gotten one or two from them. The kind that I grew before was actually this one, the Gourd Bonanza 141. And I successfully grew a couple of them, and I got seeds, and I planted those seeds in here. So I have more, hopefully they'll germinate. Since it's second generation, I'm hoping that they are viable. We'll see. So I have all those loofah sponge, and then I was kind of excited to try the extra long sponge to see how big that grows. You can see my wild strawberries are doing very nicely there. I'm going to work on getting my brassicas planted outside soon. They need to get out. In here my herbs are growing nicely, and I have the oregano and the marjoram, sweet marjoram, popping up now. And of course these are basils. In here I planted chives. Yep, these are Chinese chives, and then these are just, I think, garlic chives or something like that. And I wanted to get some of those growing because they make for a good guild plant for apples and pears and stuff like that. Kind of helps keeps the bugs away. Well, that does it for the single seed challenge update for this week, along with the updates on some of the other plants that I have going on in here. Just want to thank you for joining us, and we have a lot more stuff coming up on our channel, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are notified when we have a new video up. We'll see you next time. Bye.